Hey, call insurance agent.
Insurance agent not found in contact.
Call insurance company.
Insurance company is currently closed. Please call back during business hours. For directions, press 1. For billing, press 2.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Don't worry, we're going to get this taken care of.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Rusty Walters in Paola today at 913-294-2737.
Ladies, do you know what you want to drink?
Ooh, yeah, I'll have the unlimited coffee.
Me too. You got some coffee?
You know, back in my day, unlimited meant there were no limits. But you need a limit. Tired of paying for unlimited offers that leave you feeling limited? Experience Limitless with Go Brawley.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Struggling at school, feeling like no one understands you? The stress and worry of growing up and life in general can truly feel overwhelming. You might feel like you can't or don't want to talk to your parents or friends. That's when you need an ally. The team at Allies Therapeutic Services is uniquely qualified to provide the support, guidance, and treatment for children and teens. With a wide range of therapies to meet you where you are. Everyone needs an ally. Learn more at alliestherapy.com.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness and a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Construction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawley.com to learn more.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stos with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
If you're going to wear jewelry, shouldn't it be as unique as you? At Wilson's Jewelers, they can bring your ideas to life. Wilson's can also put old stones in new pieces, or new stones in old pieces, or even just repair what you already love. Wilson's Jewelers brings quality service and old world craftsmanship to the area by learning from jewelry masters from around the world. For 30 years, Wilson's Jewelers has been family owned and operated. When it comes to your adornments, trust Wilson's Jewelers, your personal jeweler.
Struggling at school? Feeling like no one understands you? The stress and worry of growing up and life in general can truly feel overwhelming. You might feel like you can't or don't want to talk to your parents or friends. That's when you need an ally. The team at Allies Therapeutic Services is uniquely qualified to provide the support, guidance, and treatment for children and teens. With a wide range of therapies to meet you where you are. Everyone needs an ally. Learn more at alliestherapy.com.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic. You wanna live free?
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness and a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day, or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Number 65.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Paola Sports Live. We are here at Fort Scott High School in Fort Scott, Kansas, getting ready for opening day of Kansas Friday Night Lights here, as these two teams just about set for a brand new season for Paola, coming off a year last year where it ultimately ended at 4-5, and it was a fairly routine type of a year with their win-loss pattern going 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, so on and so forth until they found themselves 4-4 on the season overall. Ultimately then falling in the first round of the playoffs, hoping for a better year this year with a lot of returning players on their roster, biggest of which J.D. Troutman coming back, the team's leading rusher from a year ago. 958 yards on the season for Troutman. Also added 8 touchdowns with that. Did, of course, lose Clayton Younger, but a Younger still on the squad here as the sophomore Elijah Younger takes his number. Also graduated last year's quarterback Tristan Katzner. So they'll be brand new under center this year, but a lot of returning faces for the Panthers. Week 1 just 3.5 minutes away. We'll go ahead and step aside real quick, and when we return, opening kickoff here, Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawley.com to learn more.
Welcome back to week 1 here, opening kick or opening coin toss on your screen right there. This is Paola Sports Live opening day as the Panthers take on Fort Scott, home of the Tigers. I'd like to let you know that our broadcast today is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. I'm Aaron Feely along with Cole Gran on our camera tonight as we are just about set as the opening coin toss completed here. Today's pregame show has been brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both, with offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. Both of these teams just about set, and so are pretty much every single person here in attendance. It's been a long summertime. Everyone's been waiting for football to get back and going. Kansas City Chiefs kicked off the NFL season last night, and we're just about set for high school football to get going again here on the Kansas end. Fort Scott will receive to begin this game, so Paola kicking off to get us going. Dub Chipman, the deep return man for the Tigers. In front of him, Morgan Shaw and number 8, Dirks Kegler. This opening kickoff brought to you by Miami Lumber, servicing Miami County since 1983. Located at 1014 North Pearl Street in Paola. Open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 to 3. Miami Lumber, your homegrown improvement store. Like us on Facebook. This is going to be J.D. Troutman set to put the boot to it. Troutman kicks it away. It's a pooch kick coming near side. That'll be fielded at the 14 and returned out past the 25. He's going to get out past the 30, past the 40, knocked out of bounds at about midfield into Paola territory to the 49-yard line. Nice return there, Dirks Kegler, and it's going to set up the Tigers with excellent field position. "37 yards on the kick return there by Kegler. Tigers break the huddle. First play of the season, and they're already in opposing territory. They'll run this one right up the middle. Just pushing the whole pile forward. Wasn't a great deal of help from his offensive line there, but he just managed to keep on rumbling. Nice carry there. That's number 16, Colton Rogers. Gain of 4 right off the bat on play number 1 for him. They'll come out in that wing T formation once again. Once again, they'll go to Rogers. Rogers with a hole. Rogers bursts through the middle, and he's going to pick up a first down. Down to the 38-yard line. That'll move the chains in just a couple of carries. And Fort Scott starting off fast. They'll send Trace Metcalf off the field. Split to the near side, Ty Marbury. The lengthy senior goes 6'4", 195 pounds, but they'll stick with what's been working to this point, but a wall of white jerseys in his way. Looked like the initial surge there came from number 64, Carter Koch. The senior D lineman holds Rogers to a gain of just 1. So a gain of just a yard there brings up second down and 9. Now they'll come out twins to the left side here. Takes the snap, quarterback keeper to the right side, breaks through the first tackle, and then he is hit hard, but not before a gain of about 5 yards there. Down to the 32-yard line, makes third down and about medium. So after the 4-yard gain there from the quarterback, Lennox Van, Brings up a 3rd and 5. They take the snap. Van keeps it again, and he's hit hard. Not even going to get close. Maybe a gain of 2. Going to bring up 4th down. Absolutely walloped on the near side by Caden Worthy. Brings up a 4th down. They're going to need the 28 here for a 1st down. Van comes in under center, receiver to each side. Takes the snap, toss it near side. He's going to get the 1st down. He's going to be inside the 25, inside the 20, down inside the 15-yard line. Nice carry there, Dub Chipman down to the 14. And a big-time 1st down picked up by the Tigers. 18-yard carry on his first rush of the season, and it comes on a big 4th and 2. Now 1st down and 10 from the 14-yard line. Under center, Van takes the snap, gives it off. Rogers up the middle. Rogers down. They'll mark him at about the 10-yard line. They'll give him a gain of 4 yards there. Brings up 2nd down. And the big fullback continues to be the bell cow here early on, doing the dirty work between the guards. So once again, take Metcalf off the field. They send in Jacob Adams as the extra tight end. Double motion, that should draw a foul as Van takes it himself. Van's going to get down to about the 1-yard line, but once again, none of this going to count. 2 guys in motion at the same time, an illegal shift against Fort Scott. Going to send them back about 5 yards, and that is one of the risks when you run this wing T offense, is sometimes your running backs, especially at the high school level, can get a little bit confused. And when they mix up who's going in that pre-snap motion, you get both guys going at once, and that sends them backward. Obviously obviously Paola going to go ahead and accept that one. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 11 coming up. Fort Scott gets the signal from the sideline, and now Van will come out under center. Rogers still behind him. Hands it off. No, keeps it himself. Probably the wise play as Rogers was blown up immediately, and Van will try to get him where he can back to about the 11-yard line. 3rd down and 7 coming up after the 4-yard gain. Going to need to get to the 4 for a 1st down. Man in motion, and might have gotten Paola to jump. Unless we had a Fort Scott guy who twitched when I couldn't see it, that looked like Paola came across first, and that is what they're going to call. Looked like Jackson Troutman might have been a little eager to try to blow up that big 3rd down play, and now 3rd down is going to be a lot shorter here for the Tigers. Going to take it from the Paola 6-yard line. So now on a 3rd and 2, Van under center, sends a man in motion. Van keeps it himself, goes right up the middle, going to get the 1st down, and he's going to be down to about the 1-yard line. So didn't quite score, but does set him up excellently here. 1st and goal coming from about the 2. Under center, Van the snap, gives Rogers up the middle. Rogers very close, and Paola holds him out for at least this play. Going to get down right to the goal line, but held out. Couldn't get that second surge going. But it will bring up second and goal from mere inches outside the goal line. So Fort Scott back into the huddle here. Wouldn't be shocked if this is just Rogers once again. Takes the snap, no, Van keeps it himself, and he easily gets in there. First touchdown of the season for Fort Scott on the quarterback sneak. Lennox Van takes it in himself, and Fort Scott strikes first on their opening drive. A 1-yard touchdown keeper. Ate up about half the quarter there after a great kick return started it all. Dirks Kegler got him into Paola territory to begin the drive, and then Van caps it off with a 1-yard touchdown. Snap down, toe kick up and through. Extra point good. And it's 7-0 Tigers on top of the Panthers. We'll be back right here on Paola Sports Live. Paola will have their first offensive series of the season right after this.
Struggling at school? Feeling like no one understands you? The stress and worry of growing up and life in general can truly feel overwhelming. You might feel like you can't or don't want to talk to your parents or friends. That's when you need an ally. The team at Allies Therapeutic Services is uniquely qualified to provide the support, guidance, and treatment for children and teens. With a wide range of therapies to meet you where you are. Everyone needs an ally. Learn more at alliestherapy.com.
Back live here, Paola Sports Live. 7-0 Fort Scott on top after their opening possession. Started in Paola territory. After a great return by Dirks Kegler. Got him to the 49 of Paola, and then it was Van. Lennox Van, the quarterback sneak from 1 yard out. So now it's Paola's turn to try to get the ball on offense here. This is Troutman back deepest. Putting the boot to it here is Van. It'll get to Troutman at the 15. Troutman tries to bounce it near side. A little bit of wiggle room. Breaks a tackle at the 30. Won't get too much further than that as a whole swarm of red jerseys got to him. And they'll mark him down at the 32-yard line. Nice return will give Paola decent field position. As they'll start at their own 32. So our first look this season. At the Paola offense. As they'll go left side with Troutman. Troutman going to pick up about a yard. So 2nd down and 9 coming up. Takes the snap, ball on the ground. Able to get back on it. Xander Mining. But a huge loss there on that play. Going to bring up a 3rd down and a mile. Back at their own 25-yard line after the loss of 8. So on third and about 17, we'll see what they go with here. And brought down in the backfield. So the fumbled snap on the previous play leads to a third and forever, and they lose more yardage. And so a likely view here at the Paola punt team. Not the start to this game that they were hoping for. Coming near side with it, putting the boot to it, and that one's going to end up out of bounds around the 44. J.J. Crawford put the boot to it, and we'll get our second look at the Fort Scott offense. So after their opening drive ended in 7 points, Fort Scott hoping to replicate it. Paola hoping to come up with a big defensive stand here. But the defense is once again going to have to begin this drive with their backs to their own end of the field. Man in motion, takes the snap, Van, gives it off up the middle. Decent pickup on first down there. That was Ryder Newton. The 210-pound junior picking up 5 yards. Second down and 5 from the 38-yard line here of Paola. Up the middle again. This time a lot less space to work with. Gain of maybe a yard there. And here we go, third down coming up. Pitching it far side, not a lot of Paola jerseys over there. This could be a big play, and it'll at the very least be a first down. Gained by number 5, Morgan Shaw. And his first carry of the game is a big one. First down and 10, Fort Scott, who have thus far been fairly excellent on third down offensively today. It's been one of the big differences here as Van lowers the shoulder, gets down inside the 20. They'll mark him at the 19, and a pickup of 8 on first down. Lennox Van hard running out there once again. Man in motion. Van gives it off on the counter, going the other way. It's Shaw inside the 10, and another first down picked up. Down to about the 8-yard line. Gain of 12 for Morgan Shaw, and Fort Scott has come out on fire here in the opening game of the season. The offense looks to be clicking here for the Tigers. Paola defense needs a goal line stand. Under center Van, Shaw in motion. They'll give it off up the middle. Gain of about 3 on the play. Give once again to the big Ryder Newton. That'll bring up second down and goal from the 5-yard line. Under center. Van keeps it himself, goes left side, trying to wiggle his way through, and is going to be stopped right around the 2-yard line. So a big 3rd and goal coming up here. 3rd down has been friendly, though, to the Fort Scott offense to this point. We'll see if Paola can get a huge 3rd down stop going here and maybe force a decision from the Fort Scott coaching staff. They will need to snap the ball at least one more time here in quarter number 1. 4-second difference between the play and game clock. Under center is Van, takes the snap. He'll keep it himself, go right side. He cuts it upfield, and he's in the end zone. 2nd touchdown of the game for Lennox Van. And Fort Scott with a near perfect start if they could have drawn it up themselves. And they'll take the lead 13-0 with an extra point on the way. So far through the first 2 drives, Lennox Van, 8 carries, 28 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Definitely the biggest problem being posed to the Paola defense to this point. They botch the snap. Ball goes into the end zone, batted away by the Paola defenders. So a break caught there for the Panthers. 8 seconds left to go in quarter number 1. Score will remain 13-0. No extra point there for the Tigers. We'll step aside. You're watching Paola Sports Live presented by Go Brawley. Opening week here as Paola will be down 13-0 but getting the ball back.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Back live here on Paola Sports Live. 13-0 Fort Scott on top after a pair of rushing touchdowns from quarterback Lennox Van to open up this game. Both of their drives today have started off, though, inside Paola territory. Now Paola hoping to get something better ever so slightly going offensively. Short kickoff will be fielded around the 23-yard line, coming near side. Not a whole lot of space to work with, and he's brought down at about the 27. Maybe a 4-yard return there for number 13, Blake Costlow. And so Paola will start the drive from the 27. Not terrible field position. Paola, though, hoping to get some positive plays going after their first series was a 3-and-out that ended up going backwards about 8 yards. They'll take the snap here, toss it to Troutman, left side. Troutman with some blocking. Troutman with a nice carry. Going to pick up about the whole 10 there on first down. And that'll bring up the end of the first quarter. Should be about a 2nd down and 4.5 nose hairs when we come back to begin the second quarter of action. Fort Scott on top 13-0, but Paola driving when we come back.
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness and a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Back live here, Paola Sports Live, start of the second quarter. Eventually they'll get that game clock reset over there as Jasper Logan under center keeps it himself, comes to the left side, he's got a huge hole, lowers the shoulder, picks up a couple extra yards as he banged through Brody Gomez and moves the chains. Gain of about 12 on first down. Jasper Logan called his own number, and now Paola starting to really move the football here. Up to their own 49-yard line. Logan under center. Takes the snap. He'll give it off. Troutman comes near side. Troutman breaks the initial tackle. And J.D. Troutman into Fort Scott territory up to the 43-yard line. Going to bring up a second down and 2. This is more that rushing offense that we saw a lot last season from the Paola Panthers. First drive, a couple of big mistakes hurt them. But now the rushing attack really starting to get going. Everyone checks the wristbands here. Logan under center. He'll take the snap. He'll go play action. Nobody open downfield, so he tosses it short to Troutman. Troutman inside the 35, down to about the 31-yard line. Pickup of 12 on the first pass play of the season. Logan to Troutman. Probably won't be the last that we hear of that connection this year either. Paola back to the line in a hurry. First down and 10 from the 31. First snaps from Fort Scott territory today. Under center, looks back to the sideline. Gives it off, Troutman right side. Troutman breaking a couple of tackles, spinning his way forward, refused to go down on the initial tackle. A flag behind the play came in late. For now, it's a pickup of about 6, but it looks like that one's coming back. Holding penalty against Paola. And it looks like they'll spot that flag pretty much right at the line of scrimmage. The flag came out late, but it surely must have been right as he was cruising through the line. He did have a nice hole open up, so maybe an explanation for that coming in. So now first down and 20 from the 41. Though the way that they've been running the ball on this drive, that might not even pose an issue. Looking back to the sideline, everyone checks the wristbands. 3 receivers on this play. Takes the snap. Logan throws quickly. The pass is intercepted. He was trying to get it to J.J. Crawford. Got picked off there by Colton Rogers. And Fort Scott ends the most promising drive that Paola has put together to this point today with the INT. So here we go, Fort Scott at their own 40. Already up 13-0, but this will be the first drive they've had that starts in their own territory today. We'll see if that'll make a difference here for the Panther defense. Man in motion is Shaw. First pass play of the game for Fort Scott. That ball hit as he throws, but gets the pass off and complete. What a throw and a gain of 12. Complete out there to Dub Chipman. 12-yard completion. And now right back into Paola territory. Pressure was on. Paola got through the line of scrimmage in a hurry, but even after hitting him as he threw it, Chipman managed to find a soft spot in the zone and was so open that he was able to stop, kind of turn the other way and catch the mildly errant throw from the hit with relative ease. Now here right afterwards, they'll go right up the middle. Colton Rogers will pick up a couple. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Once again, onto the Paola end of midfield. Last year, Paola got the big victory in week 1 over Fort Scott in kind of the opposite manner, with some relative ease, and now Fort Scott clearly with that game fresh in their memories. Van keeps it himself. Penalty marker comes in. Van down to the 31, but I don't think this one's going to stand. Looks like a hold against Fort Scott right at the point of attack there at the line of scrimmage as he tried to cut his way upfield. There's sometimes some fouls where you think to yourself, oh man, that's just rough. That's behind the play, didn't have any effect, blah, 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 such and such. That was not one of them. That pretty much sprung the whole run. And it's going to end up backing up the Tigers a little bit here. Going to bring up a 2nd down and long. Might be just the break Paola's defense needed. Takes the snap, keeps it himself, Van up the middle, huge hole to run through. He's going to get near the 1st down, and he's going to be just about a yard short. So on 2nd and 17, a gain of 16 there on the QB draw for Lennox Van. He's been by far the best runner on the field today for Fort Scott. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. And they've been real good in short yardage, going right behind their big center. See if this is Van on the keeper. No, they give it off Rogers. Rogers trying to spin forward. This one's going to be close, but he might have it. Or actually, where they're spotting him, he's going to be a little bit short. Going to bring up 4th and about a half yard. So here we go, 4th down and a half yard. They need the 39 and a half. I would be shocked if this was anything other than Lennox Van keeping it himself right up the middle. Fort Scott leaves the offense out there. We're going to see. It's going to be all in the trenches right here. They give it off to Rogers, and he's going to get that 1st down and a lot more. He's inside the 20. Going to be brought down at about the 5, down to the 4-yard line. Massive gain there, 35 yards on 4th and half a yard. Already leading 13-0. Fort Scott in position to maybe really do some damage here. First down and goal from the 4. Van under center, takes the snap. Looks like that one went absolutely nowhere. Van kept it himself up the middle, didn't pick up much of anything. So 2nd and goal coming up here. Deep in Paola territory, 2nd and goal from the 4. Takes the snap, tosses it left side, lunging for the goal line and in. Touchdown, Dub Chipman on the toss play to the left. So 19-0, Tigers on top. An auspicious start to this one here for the Panthers as Fort Scott has come out with their offense firing on all cylinders. The interception proves costly, and now Fort Scott leaves the offense out there to go for two. They'll take the snap, dropping back, looking to throw it, near side, got it, and in there, Dub Chipman puts two more on the board, and it's 21-0. Fort Scott on top of the Paola Panthers. And not the start Paola was looking for by any means. We'll step aside. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Back live here, Paola Sports Live. 21-0, Fort Scott on top at the moment. Not the start that the Panthers were looking for whatsoever, but another chance for the offense here to get back out onto the field. Sending it deep, this one will be fielded around the 18. Coming near side, across the 30. Hit hard at the 31-yard line there, returned by Easton Hensley. So a 14-yard return will give Paola the ball at their own 32. Had a good drive going on that last series. Interception, though, just ended up being costly, costing them 7 points going the other way. But if they can keep that ground game going like it was on the last drive, they could absolutely do some damage here. 5:52 left to go in the first half. Get some points on the board and then begin the process of clawing back into this thing. They'll come out in the gun. Jasper Logan takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's firing. Oh, he tried to go to the slant to Jace Curley on the right side. Just threw it a little bit behind him. Xander Mining was also running up the field wide open on that deep seam route. Tried to go for the slant and just missed him to the outside. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Under center now. Logan sends Mining in motion, takes the snap, gives it off. This is Troutman up the middle. Troutman, gain of about 2. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Mass substitutions here. Mining and Pinchneko heading out. They'll bring in a couple more receiving threats. Has some more tight ends in there. They also bring in the fullback. Logan takes the snap, play action. Trying to go deep on the post, and Curley just wasn't quite that far out there. He was trying to settle into the zone. Logan threw it deep. Miscommunication on the route, and it's an incomplete pass, so 4th down and 8 coming up. This will be J.J. Crawford to punt it away. Dub Chipman will head back deep for Fort Scott. I'd imagine Crawford will try to keep it away from him. Snap back. Crawford puts the boot to it. bounces at midfield and takes a friendly Paola bounce. That'll roll down to about the 42. That's where Fort Scott will take over. 4:56 to go here in the half. They're 3 for 3 scoring on their 3 possessions to this point in the half. And we'll see what they're able to do here with their 4th possession. Paola desperately needs a stop. The biggest threat to this point has definitely been Lennox Van, both through the air and on the ground. Colton Rogers did a lot of damage on that last drive. He's technically the leading rusher on the team, but the most consistent rusher has definitely been Van to this point. They will go Rogers, though, on this first play. He goes up the middle and picks up about 3, brings up a 2nd down and 7. Line of scrimmage just being won by the Tigers very consistently to this point. And they've been patient offensively. They've been taking these short gains and just letting them pile up, putting together some nice drives. They'll go counter on this play to Chipman. Chipman doesn't find a whole lot of space. He'll gain about a yard. Brings up a 3rd down and medium, and here's where Paola really needs to step up. The 3rd down defense has definitely been an issue to this point. Fort Scott has just been rising to the occasion on most of the 3rd downs here today. We'll get a good look at this one, though, on a 3rd down and 6. Chance for the defense to get off the field. They'll toss it near side. He's got a lane and is going to just pick up the 1st down. Needed 6, got 8. Did number 36, Brady Messer. The senior ball carrier lowered the shoulder and got exactly what he needed. Nice blocking as well to the near side. Timeout taken with 3:46 left to go in the half. It's 1st down and 10, Fort Scott, who's already up 21-0 when we come back.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Rusty Walters in Paola today at 913-294-2737.
Back live on Paola Sports Live, 21-0. Fort Scott has come out in a fury, especially on the offensive side of the ball, where they are 3 for 3 scoring touchdowns on their 3 drives to this point. They're looking to make it 4 for 4. Paola looking to buck the trend and then try to get back into this game in the second half. Lennox Van under center, takes the snap. He'll give it off to Rogers up the middle. Rogers with a good hard run. He gets down to about the 40-yard line. Gain of 7 yards will bring up 2nd down and 3 for the big fullback. Under center. Van takes the snap, tosses it left side to Chipman. Chipman breaks the tackle. He's inside the 30. Chipman stumbling his way down inside the 20. And they'll mark him exactly at the 20, so into the red zone for Fort Scott after the 20-yard run from number 1, Dub Chipman. 3 different runners with over 40 yards rushing here in the first half thus far for Fort Scott. They've been on cruise control to this point. Under center is Van. He'll take the snap. He drops back to throw. Looking to go. Deep corner of the end zone. Wide open, but he just missed his man there. Morgan Shaw running the corner route. Got behind the safeties there for Paola. But the throw led him just a little bit too far to the corner and an incomplete pass. We'll see if Shaw needs a breather after that route. He'll stay in there. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Man in motion. Give up the middle there to Rogers. Pushing his way forward down to about the 15-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and 5 as we tick under 3 minutes to go here in half number 1. So yet another big 3rd down on this series here for the Paola defense. Into the game comes Ryder Newton for Colton Rogers. Under center here, Lennox Van takes the snap. Van keeps it himself, coming near side. He's got a lane, and he's down to about the 13, gain of 2. No, sorry, inside the 10. I mistook the yard markers there. So he's down to the 8-yard line, and that'll move the chains once again. Gain of 7 on 3rd and 5. Right up the middle with that one. Doesn't go too terribly far. So 2nd down and goal coming up from maybe the 7. Gain of 1 on the previous play. Under center, Van. Gives it off Chipman, left side. Doesn't go very far, down to about the 6, so another 1-yard gain. But here comes that dreaded 3rd down again. 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Fort Scott looks to the sideline awaiting the signal. Might have been from the 5. Van under center. Takes the snap. Quarterback draw. Keeps it himself. Up the middle. Down to about the 1 or 2. They'll mark him at the 2-yard line. So a gain of 3. Going to bring up 4th down as we're under a minute left to go in the half. Big 4th down and goal coming up here. As a timeout taken, 38 seconds to go. Paola looking for a huge goal line stop when we come back. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
First Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back on Paola Sports Live here. 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line, 38 seconds left in the half. Fort Scott leading it 21-0. They're looking to add on to that lead, and we'll see if they take the chip shot extra point distance field goal, or if they try to punch this in from 2 yards out, which would not surprise me the way they've been running the football today. Paola looking for a potential momentum-shifting goal line stand here before the half. It is Van under center. Sends a man in motion. Van keeps it himself. Trying to get into that end zone, and he does. And Fort Scott, 4 for 4, scoring touchdowns on their 4 drives here in the first half. Lennox Van with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the half. extra point attempt up, and that one sails well wide to the right, so it will remain 27-0. 34 seconds left in the first half. Fort Scott in command. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back on Paola Sports Live, 27-0 Fort Scott on top of the Panthers. Paola will have 34 seconds left here in the half, and they will also receive the ball to start half number 2. Biggest story here the first half has just been Fort Scott's offense. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns, and it's been mostly on the ground. They have been nigh unstoppable when they've chosen to really just control the game on the ground. This will be taken by Troutman at his 19. Tries to get a big return going, and he will. No flags down at the moment as he crosses midfield. Gets across the 45. Still going inside the 40. Still spinning his way down to the 38-yard line. And then slammed down at the end of it. We'll see, and that will cause a flag to come in. Multiple flags, as I don't think Paola much cared for the tackle. Troutman slow to get up, but gets help from a teammate and does at the end of it. At the moment, the ball would have been spotted at about the 40-yard line. So we'll see at the end of all this what ultimately comes. It was a 41-yard return by J.D. Troutman. He was picked up and German suplexed, it looks like, on the tackle. And that caused Paola to not take too kindly to it. Some pushing and shoving ensued, and we've got flags all over the place. Referees talking to both coaching staffs, letting them know what's going on. Referees also talking to themselves, maybe still trying to figure out what's going on at the end of all this. Ultimately, however, the penalties will be enforced. There will be 19 seconds left here in the first half. Paola's ball at whatever yard line they ultimately determine. This type of deal is normally of the offsetting variety. As they'll once again come over here to the Fort Scott end of the field. I'd imagine we got one foul for the tackle and then one for the shove to the face mask that came from a Paola player in all the scuffle. And this might be a whole lot of do about nothing, and they'll just spot the ball at the 40. Ultimately, though, we're still waiting to see what's going on. Anything I'm saying right now is purely speculation. Head official will communicate to both head coaches and probably also just issue a little bit of a warning for the chippiness. As we continue to await the ultimate call in all this. 27-0, Fort Scott on the lead, as you can see there on your screen. 19 seconds for Paola at whatever yard line they'll take this ball at. Still waiting for the official call, but they'll explain once again to both sidelines and get ready for the final 19 seconds of this half. So we've got an unsportsmanlike against Fort Scott and a personal foul. Also unsportsmanlike against Paola, as we mentioned. And it looks like both of those players have been ejected. So a couple of toss-outs as a result of that scrum. So ultimately it will just be Paola's ball here at the 40-yard line. 19 seconds to go. They do still have 2 timeouts remaining. You imagine this is going to be either something drawn up to Troutman or a couple of deep passes, but we'll find out. Under center in the eye, takes the snap. They do give it to Troutman. Troutman tries to bounce it outside. Troutman inside the 35, down to the 33. Gain of about 6 yards and a timeout taken with 11 seconds to go. We'll go ahead and stay right here as we try to preview this final 8 seconds. J.D. Troutman might have been just the spark Paola needed, if nothing else. Get a fire lit under that team in a 27-0 hole. As you can see, Troutman running far harder on that play after the big scrum took place. Gets him down to the 34-yard line. And we'll see now with 11 seconds if they choose to maybe send one to the end zone. Paola comes out onto the field. Now the difficult thing is a lot of these high school defenses, because they play the run so hard, leave a safety in the box. Fort Scott plays that too high, so it's hard to get deep shots going against them. Roll to the right, throwing this one deep for Crawford, and that one's intercepted. The backup quarterback, Brody Latto's first pass attempt of the game, intercepted on the play, and now a flag comes in at the end of it. So 2 interceptions here for the Fort Scott defense in the first half. They've got 5 seconds left to go here in the first half. More unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. And a timeout taken Fort Scott. We'll step aside and come back for this final play of half number 1. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit gobrawley.com to learn more.
So out of the break, Fort Scott, after taking an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after their interception, just decided to take the knee and head to the halftime locker room. So as we pop back in, we'll step aside and be back with some halftime breakdowns of that first half. Halftime show presented by Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Rusty Walters in Paola today at 913-294-2737.
Oh, hi, honey.
Hi, Grandma. I'm really sorry. I won't be able to make it today. I have way too much homework, and you don't have enough internet.
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, I need more internet in my house.
Well, you know you could have just called, right?
Oh.
Call Go Brawley today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
If you're going to wear jewelry, shouldn't it be as unique as you? At Wilson's Jewelers, they can bring your ideas to life. Wilson's can also put old stones in new pieces, or new stones in old pieces, or even just repair what you already love. Wilson's Jewelers brings quality service and old world craftsmanship to the area by learning from jewelry masters from around the world. For 30 years, Wilson's Jewelers has been family owned and operated. When it comes to your adornments, trust Wilson's Jewelers, your personal jeweler.
Struggling at school? Feeling like no one understands you? The stress and worry of growing up and life in general can truly feel overwhelming. You might feel like you can't or don't want to talk to your parents or friends. That's when you need an ally. The team at Allies Therapeutic Services is uniquely qualified to provide the support, guidance, and treatment for children and teens. With a wide range of therapies to meet you where you are. Everyone needs an ally. Learn more at alliestherapy.com.
Back live, the halftime show here on Paola Sports Live, presented by Rusty Walters, Farm Bureau Financial Services in Paola. Rusty and his team have been serving Paola and the surrounding area for more than 20 years. As your hometown agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services has the products to protect you with the service and customer care you've come to expect. Call 913-294-2737 or stop by and see them at 11 South Pearl in Paola. First half action, not exactly what the Paola fans were hoping to see when they tuned in. Fort Scott came out with a fire lit behind them. Absolutely stunning turn of events here in the first half, and it's been mostly done on the ground. Couple of pass attempts by Lennox Van there in the first half, only completing one, but it's been mostly the combined efforts of Dub Chipman, Lennox Van, Colton Rogers, and others on the ground. Those three, though, all over 40 yards in the first half. Van and Rogers both go over 50 yards in the first half. Their offense has just been clicking in every imaginable way to this point. And for Paola, a couple of interceptions have really hurt them. Jasper Logan also looked like getting the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on that kickoff right before the half ended when they ejected a player from each team after J.D. Troutman had a huge kickoff return, took it down to the 40-yard line of Fort Scott, but then got suplexed at the end of it, causing a bit of a scuffle to break out. And it looks like Logan was the guy who got caught for Paola. They ejected a player from each team. So it was Brody Latto, the sophomore quarterback, who came in to finish up that last drive for Paola. Ended up also tossing an interception on that one, taken away by Marbury of Fort Scott. Paola's offense was clicking for about a couple of drives there, but those turnovers really did hurt him. J.D. Troutman was the leading rusher last year, picked up right where he left off this year, kind of as the main ball carrier for the team, leads them in rushing, but they've held him mostly in check, but primarily just because they've managed to keep the Paola offense off the field so much in that first half. Paola will get the ball to start half number 2, though, so we'll see if they can make any magic happen there. J.D. Troutman held to just 24 yards on his 6 carries in the first half. He did have a reception for 12 yards. Most of his damage was done. And, of course, no points on the board for Paola, so damage is a little bit with an asterisk next to it, but does have 58 yards in the return game, including the big 41-yarder, which did unfortunately end with those ejections at the end of it. Paola looking to climb back into it and maybe pull off an incredible Week 1 moment for Paola fans everywhere if they could come back and maybe have an incredible win in this thing. But first things first, got to get this opening kickoff here to begin the second half. Got to just get one offensive drive going and then try to stack them from there. That's going to be the primary thing, and see if they can't get J.D. Troutman really rolling on the ground. I know there's going to be a huge temptation, though, to try to throw the football. Time not on your side when you're down 27-0. So we'll find out the Paola approach here in about 9 minutes when the second half gets underway. We'll go ahead and step aside for another break real quick. You are listening to the Paola Halftime Show presented by Farm Bureau Financial Services and the Rusty Walters Insurance Group.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
First Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
Back live here, Paola Sports Live, halftime show presented by Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial. Got some scores from around the state and from around this local area here, as yesterday we got kicked off with an early bird special for you Columbus and Independence fans. Columbus taking that one 45-20. Colgan also on top of Girard, 21-7 at the moment. Spring Hill beating Bonner Springs 22-0. Iola over Baldwin 7-6. They got a tight one there. Also a one-touchdown game with Lewisburg and Tonganoxie, with Lewisburg on top 14-7 at the moment. 4:40 left to go here in the halftime break. Fort Scott on top 27-0. Paola will receive the second half kickoff. So that opening drive, I think, is going to be absolutely massive to try to gain some momentum back on the side of the Panthers. Fort Scott looking to avenge their opening day loss to Paola last season when they came to Paola and got 28 hung up on them and were beaten by a few scores. I believe the final in that one was a 3-touchdown game. And here they are with a 4-touchdown lead over Paola here on their home field with revenge on the mind. Paola looking to have an all-time comeback here in half number 2. And you have to imagine J.D. Troutman's going to need to be a huge part of it if they are going to pull off the miracle. Just under 4 minutes to go here before second half action gets underway. We'll see you guys here after another quick break. Second half action will be with you here right after this. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness and a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day, or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Rusty Walters in Paola today at 913-294-2737.
Second half just about set to be underway. Just under 20 seconds left to go as both teams out here stretching, getting ready for second half action. Paola looking to try to capitalize on the opportunity to get the ball first here in the second half, finding themselves in a 27-0 hole at the halftime break. Don't forget as well, immediately following the game, to stay tuned for the post-game show presented by Paola Vet Clinic. Not going to want to miss that. Hopefully talking about a brilliant come-from-behind victory here for your Paola Panthers, as they'll put a little bit more time back on the clock, give each team a little bit to continue stretching it out here. Also wonder what Fort Scott's strategy is going to be on this opening kickoff. Obviously, they've got a big lead. They might not try to overthink it too hard, but they've gotten some decent goes from their kick coverage when they've pooch kicked it, kept it short, and had one of the upbacks take it. One kick return today from Blake Kozlaw, the other one from Easton Hensley. Neither of those went over 15 yards, but J.D. Troutman's had a couple of real nice returns today, and is, of course, probably going to routinely be among the most dangerous players for Paola in every game they play this season. So any opportunity to keep the ball out of his hands from an opposing team is probably high up on their priority list. Caden Cannon, by the way, for Fort Scott, has come out and removed his shoulder pads and helmet. He's just down there in his pants, cleats, and jersey. So I imagine might insinuate that he was the Fort Scott player who was involved in that big kerfuffle on that kickoff right before the half. Got himself booted. That is, again, pure speculation. Obviously caused a quarterback change there on that kickoff, though, for Paola at the end of that half. Both teams have huddled up. They break the huddle. They come back to their sidelines, and we're just about set to kick things away here in the second half. Right here, Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley. Looking forward to maybe a better second half than we had first half there. We're going to find out here in a matter of moments. Paola, big key in the second half is just going to be possession, maintaining control of that football. A couple of turnovers in the first half killed two of their more promising drives that they had going, and have also just not been able to get the ball going with the pass down the field. 1 for 5 as a team with a pair of interceptions, and the one completion was out into the flats to J.D. Troutman, who did pick up 12 yards after the catch. Not necessarily that Fort Scott's gotten much going. Lennox Van only 1 for 2 himself, also for just 12 yards. So Paola sends out the kick return team. They're going to bring everyone up. Troutman actually standing at the 20-yard line right now is the deepest man for the Panthers. This will be Lennox Van to boot it away for the Tigers. Clearly Paola realizing Fort Scott's been keeping the kickoffs short, so they bring Troutman up. This one will come near side, fielded at about the 23, and being brought up the field. Nice return here, tripped up at the 40-yard line. That almost broke big time there for Easton Hensley as he cut it all the way back across the field, and he's brought down at the 40. So an 18-yard return could have been a lot bigger, but a nice open field tackle by the last line of defense there for Fort Scott. Now Paola will start with great field position. This is once again number 11, Brody Lato, who takes the snap. He pitches it right side. There goes Troutman. Troutman Going to pick up about 9 yards on the opening carry, get him up to the 49. Second down and 1 coming up. Paola looks to their sideline. They'll check the strap and then gum under center. Taking the snap. Quarterback keeper goes nowhere. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 3rd and 1. Brody Lato, absolutely no space to work with. So 3rd and 1, we'll see what Paola goes to here. Coming under center, quarterback keeper. This one a lot more effective than the last one as Lato gets down to the 46-yard line. He comes up a little bit limpy, but straightens out after a couple of warm-up steps. Gain of 4 on that one. They only needed 1. So 1st down and 10 here, Paola. Now they line up in the I formation. Troutman, the deep back. Fullback in front of him is Nebe. They'll take the snap. Quarterback keep again, and again absolutely no space to work with. So 2nd down and 10 coming up. And Paola could be in trouble if they lose Lato here as he starts heading over to the sideline. So Lato has to come out of the game. And now in the sophomore, Blake Costello. As a timeout taken, we'll step aside, 9:56 to go. Paola might be on their 3rd quarterback here. But they've got a nice drive going, 2nd down and 10 when we come back.
Oh, hi, honey.
Hi, Grandma. I'm really sorry. I won't be able to make it today. I have way too much homework, and you don't have enough internet.
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, I need more internet in my house.
Well, you know, you could have just called, right?
Oh.
Call Go Brawley today.
Back live, Paola Sports Live. The Panthers with possession here. 2nd down and 10 from Fort Scott territory. Lined up at about the 47. First snap of the game for Costello as you toss it right side to Troutman. Troutman looking for any space, doesn't have a lot of it, and he'll pick up nothing. Might have even lost a yard on the play. Paola now calls on their sophomore 3rd string quarterback Blake Costello to enter this game. And he'll face a 3rd down and 11 here on his opening drive. Paola will split out 3 receivers. Curley to the near side, Crawford in the slot. From the gun, takes the snap. Quarterback keeper near side, got a little bit of space. He's gonna get the 1st down. Nice run there, Costello. Needed 11 and he got 12, down to the 36-yard line. So a big time moment for the youngster, and he comes up huge. Under center now. Oh, might have gotten Fort Scott to jump, and they did. So the hard count works, brings up a 1st down and 5. Paola waiting for the signal from their sideline. Everyone checks the wristbands. Wing T in the backfield, 2 receivers set. Troutman in behind Costello. Costello fumbles the snap, now tosses it. J.J. Crawford goes to the right side. He's got the first down. He's inside the 20. And they'll say good play there down to the 16-yard line. There was some worry that Costello's knee was down when he scooped up the ball, but evidently not. And a big gain there of 15. Nice carry there, first run of the game for J.J. Crawford, and it's a big one. And they got Fort Scott again. Aiden Ogren couldn't keep himself on his side of the line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up a first down and 5. So best drive of the game thus far here for Paola. They find themselves in the red zone for the first time, down to the 11-yard line. Costello under center, 1st and 5, turns, gives it off, coming near side, inside the 5, and he will score! J.D. Troutman, first touchdown of the year for the Paola Panthers, and he gets it from 11 yards out, and Paola gets that 0 off the scoreboard. Some confusion here to hold for the extra point. They'll send out Neely. Still 4 seconds to snap it, so no rush. Spot down, Troutman's extra point, and he earns all 7 of the points himself. 27-7, Paola's back on the board. We'll be right back after this. 8:21 left to go in quarter number 3, and Paola looking to turn it into some momentum.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
Back on Paola Sports Live following the J.D. Troutman touchdown run from 11 yards out. Paola's cut the lead to just 20, and now Dub Chipman back deep for Fort Scott. We'll see if Paola kicks it deep to him. Both these guys have number 1s that are very dangerous kick return men. Booted away. This one goes skyward. That one drops down at the 25, and Chipman just has to jump on top of it. So Fort Scott will start at the 26. It's a nice kickoff there from David Mercer. Plops it just beautifully. And like a wedge shot in golf, just sticking it nicely in the green where he wanted it. Forcing Chipman to awkwardly have to just hop on top of it as the ball wouldn't bounce to him. And so, Fort Scott from their own 26, first down and 10. Hands it off right up the middle. They'll go to Rogers. He pushes that pile, and it just keeps going forward until they're up to about the 32. Gain of about 6 there. And a nice gain there for the Tiger fullback. That's going to be the key here for the Paola defense here in the second half, is just making sure that they can keep Fort Scott behind schedule as they'll go back to pass. Throwing it deep. That one's overthrown. It lands at the 32. Incomplete pass, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4. Lennox Van tried to get a deep shot going. Never a better time than just right off the bat, coming off a momentum swing type of play. Even if it's a momentum swing against you, if you can hit on that one, sometimes it can kill off some of the spirit of the opposing team that thinks they're making a comeback. So I like the call there from Fort Scott, but just barely unable to connect on it. So now 3rd and 4. Paola hopes to capitalize on the break. Toss goes far side to Chipman. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down in the backfield. Paola gets a big-time stop as Chipman loses 2 yards, and it's 4th down. So 4th down and 6, and will we see Fort Scott's punting team for the first time today? J.J. Crawford and J.D. Troutman, both back deep for Paola. Heels at their 35. Punt gets off. This will be Troutman from his own 34. He's got a lot of space in front of him. There goes Troutman up the middle. Gets through the first wave, and there goes Troutman. Troutman at the 35. Breaks another tackle inside the 30, inside the 25, down inside the 20. Still going to the 15-yard line. What a return. J.D. Troutman, but he's a little bit gimpy as he gets to the track. Huge return there for Paola, and they're hoping it didn't cost them one of their best offensive weapons. Took that one from his own 34-yard line, and he almost made a house call, having to break multiple tackles on the return. Incredible. Troutman with a big-time play, and that sets up Paola to try to strike once again in quick succession. Timeout taken. We'll step aside as well. We'll be right back. 3rd quarter action. Paola trying to score again in quick succession from their last one and get back into this thing. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back live here on Paola Sports Live as the trainers attend to J.D. Troutman. Looks like he's walking a little bit straighter now. He'll have to come off the field for at least this first offensive play, but he did give his offense incredible field position here to begin the second drive of the second half. Down 27-7. They were down 27-0 to begin the half. Touchdown on their opening possession of the half by J.D. Troutman. Got him back on the board, and now a 51-yard punt return has got him already in the red zone. We'll also see who's taking snaps for Paola. And if it's still the sophomore, Blake Costello, who obviously orchestrated that scoring drive the last time he was out, and he is still in there. They'll have Neely in the backfield right behind him. Crawford and Mining, the two tailbacks. Takes the snap, keeps it himself. He goes left side inside the 10, inside the 5. Costello, flag comes in. He's down to the 2, but there is some yellow. That would have been a 13-yard gain, but the refs will discuss it.
That's a great block. Tell him to get back in the huddle. That's a great block.
They're going to get Jace Curley on the end, so it won't be from the line of scrimmage. It'll be from about the 5 and bring up a 1st and 15.
That's a great block. He inside, he just pulls off down the backside.
So the sophomore quarterback showing no sign of nerves early on here as he's thrust into action unexpectedly. He's put together a couple of real nice drives. Obviously this one ultimately a penalty. So 1st and 11 coming up from the 16-yard line. Under center. Koslow takes the snap, gives it off. Crawford outside. Crawford inside the 10. Crawford inside the 5. Crawford pulled down by the back of his jersey down at the 3-yard line, and Paola is moving. Gain of 13 there for J.J. Crawford. He's averaging a first down per carry. First and goal, they'll mark him at the 4. Under center. Koslow's gotten him to jump a couple of times, won't work that time. He'll take the snap. Koslow keeps it himself, tries to bounce it. Not a lot of space out there. He'll go backwards. Might have been hit late, and flags come out. Koslow clearly down and was hit well after the play. Paola head coach having to call his guys over, is trying to avoid more retaliation, which would obviously create offsetting penalties. Referees discuss it over there. If it's a personal foul, it'll be half the distance and a first down. And yeah, they'll call dead ball against Fort Scott. So it's going to be first and goal from the 2.5 after the play. Was a loss of a yard there, but defender maybe just didn't see that he had already been tackled and tried to finish off the job, but can't do it that far after the play. So Paola sending in the play into the huddle. Paola comes to the line. Koslow under center from the 2.5. Takes the snap. Quarterback keeper, and he's in there! The sophomore scores, and halfway through the third quarter, Paola has suddenly cut that Fort Scott halftime lead in half. A 3-yard touchdown scamper for a kid who probably had to assume he wasn't going to play today. Touchdown run for Blake Koslow. Kick up, right down the middle. Troutman adds the extra point, and it's 27-14. Paola has climbed just a little bit back into it. We'll be back for the ensuing kickoff. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Back live here, Paola Sports Live, 27-14, 6 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Was 27-0 to start the half, but Paola with a couple of nice series to open up half number 2. Troutman with an 11-yard touchdown on their opening series. Then after forcing a 3-and-out, Troutman took a punt return 51 yards to set the offense up at the 15. And it was the sophomore quarterback Blake Koslow on the quarterback keeper from 3 yards away. And there you have it, 27-14, as this one will be booted away, fielded by Chipman at his own 17. Chipman up to about the 28. 11-yard return there, and Fort Scott will begin in adequate field position. Nice kick once again there, David Mercer. So from their own 28-yard line, first down and 10, Van under center, takes the snap, gives it off up the middle. Just no space to work with there for Rogers. Gains about a yard, and that's all. Van once again under center. Second down and 9. Rogers, the lone man in the backfield, and there's 4 receivers. So they come out in the double set. Rogers still in at fullback, and Van still under center. Takes the snap. They still give it off to Rogers up the middle. Paola wouldn't spread out quite as far as I think maybe they were hoping, and they stuff him after another short gain. This one maybe 2. Brings up a third down and 7. Clock ticks under 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Paola looking to maybe get another 3 and out. And then we'll definitely know what the status is for Troutman over on that sideline, whether or not he's able to get back and return that punt. Takes the snap, Van back to throw, looking to come near side, and that one skipped in, incomplete. Had a man open, but he one-hopped him, and it's going to be 4th down. He was looking on the play for Trace Metcalf. Ball just a little bit low, and Paola back-to-back 3 and outs forced by their defense. So what Fort Scott was able to do in half number 1, Paola has come out here ready to do in half number 2. Looks like it is Troutman and Crawford back deep for Paola to return this one. Yeah, Fort Scott had 12 guys on the field, so a timeout taken by the Tigers. Will step aside as well. 4th down and 7, 4:32 to go in quarter number 3. Paola down by 13, but perhaps about ready to get the ball back when we come back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Option Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back live, Paola Sports Live. 4th down and 7. Troutman and Crawford back deep. Rogers set to punt it away. This one might be fieldable by Troutman again. It's going to take one hop. Oh, and it's going to go just past him and out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So Paola will start on their own end of the field this time. Good punt there from Rogers. Keeps it out of the hands of 2 dangerous playmakers for the Panthers there in Troutman and Crawford, who are both back deep. And from their own 28-yard line, Paola begins this drive. Good news for Paola, though, is that after last drive, Troutman unable to play any of the plays. They were able to score anyway. This time, clearly back out there, and he is in the backfield. Another big story of this second half has been the play of sophomore quarterback Blake Costello, who has led him to 2 straight scoring drives. He'll take this snap. He'll pitch it back. Troutman, halfback pass. He's going to launch this one deep. Defender in perfect positioning, and it's intercepted. A little bit underthrown there from Troutman, and the pass is picked off. Dub Chipman, 3rd interception today for the Fort Scott defense. Paola came out hunting the big play, but Fort Scott was ready for it, and now they'll take over at their own 48-yard line. So under center, here's Van, takes the snap, he tosses it near side. Brought down at about the 49-yard line into Paola territory. J.J. Crawford makes a nice tackle there. Morgan Shaw on the carry. Pickup of about 4. Brings up 2nd down and 6. So Fort Scott, who was watching this game kind of slip through their fingers and in a hurry, has an opportunity here to maybe quell off some of this Paola momentum. If they can get at least a couple first downs, they'd really like a score. Paola desperately needs the defense to rise up again. This is Van keeping it himself. Squeezes through the hole and picks up a first down to about the 40. 9-yard gain there for the Fort Scott quarterback. Fort Scott awaiting the signal from their sideline. Comes under center. Man in motion, takes the snap. Van, quarterback keeper. Bottled up initially, and he goes nowhere. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Great penetration from the Paola defensive line. Caden Worthy gets through first and makes first contact on that tackle. Brings up a 2nd down and 10.
No, it's okay. Just miss it. It's not just leave.
Paola's Lane Beery having to come off the field for this play. Van under center. Man in motion. He takes the snap. Van back to pass. Oh, under some pressure. Now he gets the pass off. Oh, that one nearly intercepted by J.J. Crawford in the end zone. Nicely contested by the receiver, Shaw, and it's just going to end up falling incomplete. So a 3rd down and 10 coming up. And actually they were going for number 8, Dirks Kegler, who had a great return on a kickoff to open up the game, but hasn't really been heard from since. Made a great play there, though, to hold on to possession for his offense. Back to throw once again. No, it's quarterback draw all the way, and Van with a great block at the line of scrimmage. He gets the first down. He's down to about the 23-yard line, and that'll move the chains for Fort Scott. 17 yards on the quarterback keeper. Fort Scott now with a good drive going. And when in doubt, Fort Scott has leaned on the legs of Lennox Van, who's been the team's best rusher today. And he'll come out under center here. Takes the snap, gives it off up the middle. No, it's a quarterback keeper, and then he tosses near side. That play gains about 5 or 6. Tossed it outside there, Morgan Shaw. Brings up a 2nd down and 4. Player down, J.J. Crawford, slow to get up, and so the referees will stop the clock. We'll step aside for just a moment. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Back here, Paola Sports Live, 1:13 to go, quarter number 3. Paola had quite a bit of momentum going, but Fort Scott now has a nice drive going. And now inside the red zone, trying to flip this thing back again into their favor. Under center is Lennox Van. He takes the snap. Counter the other way to Chipman. Chipman breaks the initial tackle. He gets a first down to about the 10-yard line. And that'll move the chains after a 7-yard gain for number 1 of the Tigers. First and goal from the 10 coming up as Chipman now hits 50 yards rushing on the day. This drive very likely to get us to the end of the third quarter. Lennox Van under center, takes the snap, tosses it, near side, has a wall, and he dives. Gonna be down at about the 2-yard line there was Shaw. So gain of 8 for Morgan Shaw will bring up second down and goal. They will need to take one more snap here. Here's Lennox Van, under center, up the middle, kept it himself, and is that 4 for number 6? Lennox Van's 4th rushing touchdown of the game, and this one puts a little bit of breathing room between the Tigers and Panthers. 33-14 now. Under center, they'll go for 2. Back to pass, fires over the middle, and they got it. So it'll be 35-14, a 21-point lead in favor of Fort Scott. We'll be back 28 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Fort Scott back in front by 21. Paola getting the ball back right here on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Back here on Paola Sports Live, Fort Scott's most recent touchdown puts them up by 21. Paola still with a quarter and a little bit of change to try to claw back into it. They obviously were able to put up 2 touchdowns in just 6 minutes to start the third quarter. So not necessarily entirely out of the realm of possibility here, but obviously that last one hurt just a little bit. Biggest thing, though, for Paola coming out of this is the health of some of their star players, and Crawford and Troutman both had some scares, but were able to come back in. So that obviously is very good for the Paola fans. Still got some smoke from the fireworks shrouding the field. Gonna squib kick this one. Fielded at the 30. Whistles blow immediately. And it looks like this play never actually happened. Offside against Fort Scott on their kicking team. So they'll try again from 5 yards back. Jacob Adams in there to kick off for Fort Scott. Squibbed it last time. You have to assume he's going to try it again. Now everyone from Paola comes up, no doubt in an attempt to try to get the ball into the hands of their big playmakers back deep if this thing can get through both of the lines. Adams, this time he'll kick it a little bit deeper, scooped up at the 30 and returnable. Coming near side, not a whole lot of space, and brought down at the 41, and it was Adams on the tackle. Big tackle from the kicker there. Return there by Blake Koslow, the quarterback. Been pretty solid at quarterback today, leading this offense. Led them to both their touchdown drives. They do have one turnover today with him in there, but that was on a J.D. Troutman halfback pass. And now with 20 seconds left in quarter number 3, we'll see if he can inch him any closer. Split backs in the backfield, toss to Troutman. Troutman with a couple of nice blocks out in front. Troutman with a nice gain on first down, gets up to midfield. Gain of 8 will likely bring us to the end of the quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 2 when we begin quarter number 4. Paola down 21, but trying to crawl their way back into it. We'll be back after this. 4th quarter action coming up after a quick break. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Back on Paola Sports Live, start of the 4th quarter. Fort Scott on top 35-14, but Paola with the ball, 2nd down and 2 at midfield, looking to try to claw their way back into this thing. Takes the snap, gives it off Crawford left side on the jet sweep. J.J. Crawford with a huge hole inside the 30. Crawford to the 20. Crawford 15. Crawford inside the 10. J.J. Crawford down around the 5-yard line. Huge run on that jet sweep to J.J. Crawford. Put him down at about the 6-yard line. A 44-yard run for number 9. Offense definitely starting to click now. From the 6, 1st and goal. Koslow under center. Takes the snap, gives it off. This is Troutman up the middle. Troutman down to about the 2. Gain of 4 there for J.D. Troutman. 2nd and goal for Paola. Koslow under center, takes the snap. Quarterback keeper, nowhere to go. Might have even lost a yard, and it's 3rd down. So on 3rd down and goal, big time play coming up here for the Panthers. Takes the snap, tosses it, far side, Troutman dives over the top, and J.D. Troutman is in, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. Spins the ball at the feet of the official, and now he'll come over to kick the extra point. Nice blocking on the edge there for the Paola Panthers, able to seal the Fort Scott defense inside. And Troutman, 2-touchdown game here in week 1, and it brings Paola back within 2 scores with 10:55 to go in the game. And actually, Troutman comes out, and they'll send in the backup kicker here. David Mercer has his kick blocked. So it will be a 15-point game with 10:55 to go. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you pay for a phone line just to laugh at kids?
No, my internet company makes me pay for the phone. Might as well get something out of it.
That internet?
No bundling required. Visit gobrawley.com to learn more.
Back here on Paola Sports Live, 35-20 after the Paola touchdown from J.D. Troutman. They'll send Mercer out to kick this one away. 10:55 left to go in the game. So still plenty of time to get a couple of stops. And a few more touchdowns here for the Panthers, but the first thing is first. Got to come out and play a little bit of defense here. This one will be fielded at the 16-yard line. Huge hole, and this is trouble. And this is going to go back all the way, and Fort Scott answers quickly. 84 yards to the house. Dirks Kegler, who had a great return to start the game, and he has another great return here. So 41-20 now, and a chance to add the extra point. Spot down, kick up on the way. Kick is good, and it's 42-20, just like that, after a great kickoff return. And Fort Scott answered quickly. We'll step aside and be right back. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Oh, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back on Paola Sports Live, 10:43 left to go in the ball game. So after Paola had scored the big touchdown to climb back into it, get back within 2 scores, Fort Scott takes the kickoff back, 84 yards for the touchdown to answer. And so it's right back to a 22-point game here. So now Paola, we'll see if they have yet another answer in their back pocket. Another squib kick, fielded right at the line. Ball is loose. Might have finally been scooped up by Paola at their own 44-yard line. They'll mark him at the 45, actually. Could have been disastrous there for the Panthers, but ultimately will give them pretty good field position here. 10:42 left to go in the game, and they'll start from the 45. So under center comes Blake Kostlow. I formation behind him. He takes the snap, hands it off. This is Troutman bouncing it to the left. Troutman's going to gain about 6 and step out of bounds up to midfield. So give him 5 on that one. Brings up 2nd and 5. Paola awaits the signal from the sideline. So many scores today. The entire arena starting to smell the fireworks smoke as they've let off quite a few of them. So here we go, I formation once again. Takes the snap. They'll go fullback up the middle and absolutely nowhere to go there. Neely stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. I think Kostlow thought about pulling it last second, but just no real time to get that done. So 3rd down and 5 coming up. They need the Fort Scott 45 to move these sticks. Jace Curley, the lone receiver, comes to the near side. I formation still in the backfield. Looks like base 2 from the defense. They'll call a timeout here. Paola takes it, and we'll step aside with 9:55 left to go in the game. You're watching Paola Sports Live, still presented by Go Brawley.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
Back here on Paola Sports Live, a big 3rd down and 5 from midfield for the Panthers, as they're just under 10 minutes left to go in the game, down by 22 here. I formation, Jace Curley, the lone receiver, he's near side. They go play action, faking it to Troutman, then they throw it near side to Neely. Neely breaks the initial tackle, and then he goes down at about the 43. Pickup of 7, they only needed 5, and that's a 1st down Paola. So first pass completion of the game for Kostlow. We get whistles here before 1st and 10. Ball will be placed at the 43-yard line. As the officials will have a brief discussion. We'll go ahead and stay right here. And they'll say put a little bit more time on. From the pistol set here, Kostlow takes the snap. Quarterback keeper to the left side. Kostlow with a nice block out there. Nicely done. I believe that might have been Neely on the edge that sprung him. Kostlow keeps it himself. Gains about 8, brings up 2nd down and 2. Paola awaits the signal from the side. Everybody checks the wristbands. Now up to the line. Under center is Kostlow. Takes the snap. Oh, he's looking to throw. He's going deep. Jace Curley could not haul it in. That was beautiful coverage down the field. Tried to get a quick shot off there. It looked like that was Chipman in coverage. So Dub Chipman forces the incompletion. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Nice spot there to take the shot on 2nd down and short, knowing you probably have 2 more plays to try to pick up these 2 yards. Sometimes, though, the defense just isn't totally fooled by it, and right there, that was excellent coverage by the corner Chipman. So with 8:26 to go, 3rd down and 2 at the 35-yard line. Paola will use their final timeout here. We'll go ahead and step aside. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley. Oh, shoot.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back live on Paola Sports Live for 3rd and 2. I formation behind Koslow. He takes the snap. Give is to Troutman. Troutman's going to get the first, and he's going to try to push his way for a little bit extra. Up to about the 30-yard line. Gain of 5. That'll move the chains, and Paola will get the first down. Paola looks to the sideline. Rare feat in a game with this many points on the board, but no 100-yarders of any kind thus far in the game. This one comes near side. Troutman with it. He gets down to about the 20. That should be another first down. They'll mark him at the 19. An 11-yard run there for Troutman. No 100-yard passer, rusher, or receiver to this point, despite 62 total points having been scored. Paola looking to their sideline. Troutman currently the leading yard gainer for Paola at 79. Van over for Fort Scott with 84. Takes the snap. Koslow keeps it himself, goes left side, cuts it back inside. Koslow, nice moves. Koslow inside the 5. Down to the 1-yard line. An 18-yard scamper for the sophomore quarterback. 1st and goal, Paola coming up. And an explosion in the offense for the Panthers here in half number 2. Koslow under center. Twins to the left. He takes the snap. Quarterback keeper, and he's in there. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And Paola, with 7:15 left to go, draws back within 2 possessions. So Koslow gets it done with his legs there. An 18-yard run followed by finishing the job with a 1-yard scamper. Gets him into the end zone, and now down 16, hoping to cut it to 15 with this extra point. Last one they had was blocked. Now Troutman back in there to kick this one. He drills it right down the middle, and it's 27 on the board for Paola, 7:15 to go. Paola trying to creep a little bit closer. Don't go anywhere. This one might be getting interesting again. You're watching Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Struggling at school? Feeling like no one understands you? The stress and worry of growing up and life in general can truly feel overwhelming. You might feel like you can't or don't want to talk to your parents or friends. That's when you need an ally. The team at Allies Therapeutic Services is uniquely qualified to provide the support, guidance, and treatment for children and teens, with a wide range of therapies to meet you where you are. Everyone needs an ally. Learn more at alliestherapy.com.
Back live on Paola Sports Live. Paola set to kick this one away. Now having cut the lead to just 15, hoping that their defense can get them a big-time stop here. And maybe then work a little bit more magic as they creep ever so closer to Fort Scott. Might want to be careful with this kickoff, though. Last one went back 84 yards on him. Fort Scott has Trace Metcalf and Morgan Shaw back deep, both very dangerous in their own rights. It's been Kegler, though, who's been the big-time powder keg return man for Fort Scott tonight. This one takes a bounce, fielded at the 22 and down to a knee at the 25. So a 3-yard return there for Shaw will set up the Fort Scott offense. First down and 10 from their own 25. Paola looking for a 3-and-out or better here from their defense. Fort Scott looking to eat up some clock. And ultimately, if they could get some points on the board, I'm sure they'd appreciate that as well. Fort Scott breaks the huddle. Receiver to each side, still in that wing T set. Man in motion. Van takes the snap, gives it off up the middle to Rogers. Rogers trying to push the pile. He'll gain about 3, bring up a 2nd down and 7. Solid first down play there for the Tiger offense. Keeps them on schedule, as coaches like to say. And now they await their next signal as we're down under 7 minutes to go. Paola's out of timeouts, which might factor into some of their decisions as well if they can get this ball back. Under center is Van. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself. He'll pitch it outside. Breaks the initial tackle, does Chipman. And he'll get up to about the 38-yard line. Gain of 9 and a first down there for Dub Chipman after the pitch. So a first down gained for the Tigers. Under center here. Van takes the snap. Quarterback keeper. He goes right side. Popped after a gain of about 5. Brings up a 2nd and 5. Fort Scott obviously also content to let this clock tick down as far as possible between snaps as Rogers limping off the field there. The senior fullback for Fort Scott, Colton Rogers, will take a breather. Though in for him comes Ryder Newton, who's also been very effective today running the football. Man in motion. Toss it. This side, Chipman breaks the initial tackle. Would have had him blown up in the backfield. As it stands, he'll be able to leak forward for a gain of about 3 and bring up a 3rd down and 2. So Dub Chipman turns disaster into a small gain and keeps him in 3rd and manageable. Big 3rd down here for Paola if they want to get this ball back. Letting that play clock tick down wisely is Van. Under center. Man in motion, takes the snap. Van on a keeper, cuts it back the other way. He'll lean forward and get the first down into Paola territory to the 49. Gain of 5 there. And that is huge for Fort Scott and a killer for this Paola defense. We'll now have to watch at least 2 more minutes tick off this clock, assuming that Fort Scott keeps it on the ground. Man in motion, takes the snap, Van on a keeper, Van bursts forward. He's got another 5-yard carry. That puts him at 99 yards for the game. Second down and 5, and Fort Scott's looking good on this series. They'll come out under center again. Lennox Van sends a man in motion, takes the snap, hands it off. There goes Rogers for the first down. Down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 10. Sorry, not Rogers, that was Newton for the 10-yard carry. That's going to be a massive backbreaker here. As if Fort Scott really wants to, they can just squat on this thing and take it inside a minute. So a valiant effort here in the second half by Paola. But if Fort Scott chooses to just take this ball and kneel on it a few times, they won't. They'll try to run the clock all the way to 0. They'll give it off to Newton. Newton very close to a first down. He's got 9 yards up to the 25, and a first down now would end it. So Paola needs a stop here. And it's not looking spectacular with a 2nd down and 1 scenario. One more first down, and the comeback will ultimately fall just 2 touchdowns short. Was a brilliant second half here for Paola. But that first half just proving to be a little bit too backbreaking unless they can pull a miracle here and maybe take the ball out of someone's hands. Man in motion is Shaw. They'll toss him the ball. He's going to spin forward. Did not get the first down. So it will be 3rd down and 1 as he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 1. Big play coming up here. Can't imagine Fort Scott would risk going to the air. So if you're in a white jersey, you can probably sell out for the run on this one. Man in motion, they snap that awfully quickly. Give it off up the middle to Newton. Newton gets on the ground as fast as he can. He's got 5 yards. And Paola out of timeout, so Fort Scott can just kneel on it from here. It'll be a 15-point victory for the Tigers after Newton takes it for 5. And Paola will drop to 0-1 to begin this season. Great second half, though, especially from the offense, and a brilliant second half when called upon by the sophomore quarterback Blake Kostlow. As Fort Scott will actually continue to run some offensive plays here. They'll get down to about the 18, gain of 3. It's Newton once again. And they will have to snap the ball one more time here. Play clock at 23 and game clock was at 27. As players from each side starting to congregate towards midfield, this looks like a kneel down coming. That's what they'll do. Van will take the snap, take the knee, and this one comes to an end, 42-27. Fort Scott on top of the Paola Panthers. We'll go to our post-game show right after a couple of words from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. Post-game action coming at you right after this, presented by Paola Vet Clinic. here on Paola Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be working on your schoolwork.
Oh, well, it's raining, so we don't have internet.
Not anymore. I just signed us up for Go Brawly.
I hate Go Brawly. I miss satellite internet.
Go Brawly. You'll love us, but your kids might not. Call us today at 913-837-4678.
The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
First Option Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
If you're going to wear jewelry, shouldn't it be as unique as you? At Wilson's Jewelers, they can bring your ideas to life. Wilson's can also put old stones in new pieces, or new stones in old pieces, or even just repair what you already love. Wilson's Jewelers brings quality service and old world craftsmanship to the area by learning from jewelry masters from around the world. For 30 years, Wilson's Jewelers has been family owned and operated. When it comes to your adornments, trust Wilson's Jewelers, your personal jeweler.
Back live for the post-game show here, which is brought to you by Paola Vet Clinic. From your pet to your herd, Paola Vet Clinic has over 90 years of veterinary experience to help give high-quality care at affordable pricing. Visit them at 1708 Industrial Road in Paola or visit their website, wildcatvetclinic.com, to learn more. Well, Paola came out down 27-0 at halftime. It was looking very bleak indeed, but a couple of nice scoring drives right off the bat, led by sophomore quarterback Blake Kostlow. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But he had to come in, starting the game as the third-string quarterback tonight. But an ejection to Logan and then an injury to Lato forced them to send in the sophomore, and two consecutive drives ending in touchdowns brought him back to 27-14. Looking good for Paola. Got another third down stop. We're going to get the ball right back as well, down just 2 scores. But then the halfback pass attempt ended in the interception, and that's when things kind of flipped back and evened out. Two teams would end up both scoring twice after that point. And ultimately, that was the difference, as Fort Scott was able to just stay ahead by exactly that 2-touchdown margin. Great back-and-forth contest, especially in the second half. Paola with great fight in the second half, but end up falling just 2 scores shy of Fort Scott they'll drop to 0-1 on the season. Interesting stats from today, though, is nobody really carried the load entirely for either team. You're used to seeing this many points up on the board. There's usually some superstar performance on one end or the other, but nobody cracking 100 yards in the game, rushing, passing, receiving, any of it. The only 100-yard gainer today was on kick return yards by number 8, Dirks Kegler, including the 84-yard kickoff return touchdown he had. Troutman was also over 100 total yards if you combined his rushing, receiving, and punt returning, as well as his pair of kickoff returns. He had himself a decent day. You expect that he'll be a focal point of the offense for pretty much the entire season going forward, but just unable to bring the big comeback to a close here today. It was a great effort, as I mentioned. Paola will be in action next week as they take on Lewisburg. That game will be at home, so you can catch that right here on Paola Sports Live at 7 o'clock. That'll be a good one for sure. Paola hoping to get back to even, hoping to maybe go back to one of their trends from last year where they just kept going back and forth between a win, a loss, a win, and loss. They'd love to bounce back with a big win next week. Of course, Lewisburg will be an incredibly difficult test to try to do that against, but if Paola can start next week the way they finished this game, should be a phenomenal contest between two very good offenses in that one. We'll go ahead and step aside, but this has been the post-game show presented by Paola Vet Clinic. I've been Aaron Feely along with Cole Gran on camera. Thank you all for joining us here on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Looking for a taste of home-cooked goodness and a welcoming hometown atmosphere? Look no further than Circle C Cafe in Paola. Indulge in mouth-watering breakfast that'll jumpstart your day, or savor the hearty lunches with farm-fresh ingredients that'll make your taste buds dance. Circle C Cafe, where delicious food and friendly faces come together. Stop in and see them at 1305 Baptiste in Paola. Circle C Cafe, hometown flavors, hometown pride. Find them at facebook.com/Circle C Cafe.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Rusty Walters in Paola today at 913-294-2737.
Struggling at school? Feeling like no one understands you? The stress and worry of growing up and life in general can truly feel overwhelming. You might feel like you can't or don't want to talk to your parents or friends. That's when you need an ally. The team at Allies Therapeutic Services is uniquely qualified to provide the support, guidance, and treatment for children and teens. With a wide range of therapies to meet you where you are. Everyone needs an ally. Learn more at alliestherapy.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right. The first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health, because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Oh, shoot!
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.